Thank you, Les Concola. What is causing the rent increase in this country? What is causing the rent increase in this country is supply and demand. What has caused the problems with supply and demand? Yes, COVID-19 did have a massive impact in supply and demand. But we also have a massive issue on materials to build houses, which also is causing a problem for supply and demand. The rents are going up in Limerick from a price that normally people are paying were €800 a month, are now gone to €1,200 a month and rising. The 2030 group are set up in Limerick to help ease the housing crisis in Limerick and have 250 applications at present in for planning permission in the city. But they're also now moving out to county to help address the situation, which the LDA won't do. LDA have set up themselves that in the structure that they're in, that the investment only goes to areas of a population of 30,000. That only will cover Limerick City. It does not help me build houses in the rural areas, in the towns, the villages and rural areas. So I have to depend on the local authority, and thank God that the Limerick 2030 is set up to help this. There is council executive on it, there is local councillors on it, elected by the people of Limerick to help ease the crisis. So what can we do to help this? From outside, I've listened to all the other speakers on what we can do. The materials in this country to help us to build houses at the moment, people now have to rent longer because they cannot afford to build their house. There has been a 40% increase in the buying of material to build houses and in labour because of the shortage of skilled labourers. Again, which is a huge problem. But yet the apprenticeships in Ireland have not taken off yet and haven't been invested in, and we lost 10 years of this from the crash in 2008. So again, the infrastructure is not there to help. We have the port, which is next to impossible to get anything through into this country, which again is causing an add-on cost for the building of houses and the renovations of houses with materials such as steel, such as insulation, such as timber. So now what we have is a knock-on effect that's making a big impact across the country. So how do we help this? Another issue that we have is the forestry licenses for tree felling. Again, it's putting a supply and demand on the housing market. And the government have not got this right yet. We can't get the felling licenses so we can produce timber to roof our houses, renovate our houses and build our houses. This, to me, is all common sense. But they're not addressing the issues. To address the issues, you need infrastructure, you need investment, and you need the workers to do it. We have none of those because the government have failed in every respect to get every one of these through to help us. So to reduce the rent, we need supply and demand. To do that, we need to get the materials into this country at a reasonable price to do that. Thank you very much.